So we filmed you in July of last year at 26. Are you still 26 or are you 27 at this point?
27.
Well, welcome to the getting old. I'm very excited for
Yep.
you.
Hopefully don't
So
join the 27 club.
yeah. So last time we had a checking account ending at 189. Of course, there was lots of beating out, lots of stuff like that. Had a Capital One Quicksilver card of 3,672. Low balance in the second checking account. Okay, so what we're gonna do. Oh, this is interesting. One second. Okay, so Quicksilver. I have a Quicksilver card. So this was at 3,672. This is at $0, dude. So what happened here?
I just pay them off every month.
That's incredible. So since you came on here, have you made substantial progress?
I would say I'm making more money and I've also lowered my monthly expenses.
Mhm.
So I'm able to put more towards debt. And I'm also like, I'd say I'm more like conscious about what I'm doing with my money. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So
And go ahead.
pre
Sorry.
previously, you were netting $3,350 a month, making $16 an hour, 40 hours a week. So what are you doing now? What's coming in net?
My current position is I'm an account manager for JB Hunt Transport.
Okay.
So I just manage like a carpet account where we just haul carpet for a company up here
What are you
locally.
bringing in though?
My salary. So do you want what I just bring in from my job? Because I have other streams of income as well.
What do you bring in net total across the board?
Net total every month is $4,356.
Okay. So we're looking at about $1,000 more. That helps bring in some things.
Yep, and that's
Here it was
from
Kroger's groceries, but then also Mellow Mushroom as well. But again, we paid this off. This went from $3,000 to $0. That's incredible. You spent some money on it, but you paid it off, which is a demonstration of a credit card person. Now,
mhm.
the Subaru. This is your wife's car, correct? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, that's the one I owed 10,000 on last time I was on.
And right now I'm seeing 3,758, which is absolutely insane compared to 10,000. That's
Um,
incredible. So what happened?
so I don't know if y'all saw it, but I actually sent a screenshot of what the current balance is at because that statement is not updated. So the current balance is
Oh,
actually $2,979.47.
yeah. So what happened? That's incredible.
I'm just trying to pay it off this year, man.
Just grinding it at
Yeah,
that
I'm just grinding it.
5.64% rate. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Sick. I don't even have to worry about that. You're just knocking that one out of the park. So let's keep moving then. Oh, yep. No, here's the updated screenshot. Oh, well, my
Yeah.
brother didn't send it.
Yeah.
Okay, PayPal credit. Let's see here. So we had $321 owed there. It was a zero. It was at a 0% interest. Okay, so this balance is higher with minimum monthly payments. It looks like it's interest free. So we're interest free financing something. What are we financing through here, my dude?
That's still just I mean, I spend a lot on hobbies. That's just hobby stuff. So where
Does it
there's
make
trading
sense to be
cards.
financing things though at this point? If like you're becoming a credit card person, but
Yeah.
like through here with these other documents that we viewed with the debt, we're trying to pay off that car debt as much as possible. So, I mean, you're stretching out your payments. It just makes me a little nervous. I don't want you to fall into old habits, but if we're using it correctly, I personally love 0% financing some things. It's not necessarily the
Yeah,
worst. It just makes me a little nervous. And why are we spending so much on hobbies? I know I see a lot of nerdy background, and I'm all
that's
about
just
that
what I
shit.
like to
I'm a
do,
nerd.
man. Yeah, that's just what
Yeah.
I like to do. You
But when
know,
we have the bad debt that we're trying to pay off,
I know,
like what's your
and
distribution?
so I kind of justify it where I'm like, okay, I buy stuff, but then I also sell stuff. So that's kind of how I justify it in my mind. It's like, but net, I usually do end up buying a little more than I sell, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
But I usually just throw everything on like that PayPal because it's at 0%, and then I'll pay it off before it's due, whether that's
better.
through selling it. But I don't
Okay,
know,
well,
man.
I
That's just
mean
what I like to do.
that's the thing right there. As long as you pay it off before it hits, I'm good with it. But again, putting the money into that stuff right now while are still trying to pay off the debt, like you're so close. We may as well just pay it off. This
I
SoFi
know.
thing. So this looks like we have a balance. Now this is 0%, but this is the debt that didn't exist before.
So
Why do we have a new debt?
that's another one. That's a SoFi credit card that I also pay off every month. But if you look at the date that that statement is generated, that's in the middle of the
Yeah.
month. I pay it off at the end of every month.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so that's just a SoFi credit card, and I pretty much just use that so I could have more credit available, if that makes
Oh, buddy,
sense.
there's a lot of spending on here, a lot of going out to eat, stopping for taquitos.
Yeah, but I pay it off every month.
I know you pay it off every month, but that money, again, your wife's car would be paid off if it wasn't for this. If it wasn't for this kind
Yes.
of spending. You're delaying it with the instant gratification. Now, I'm not necessarily opposed to that. Usually when I give, like my plan is typically a very strict budget um, to get people out of debt quicker. And I always say when a context comes up, I would still rather people complete the process and extend it a little longer if they have to allow themselves some fun along the way,
Hmm.
unless unless if okay, if and only if they are making it through that process because of that,
Hmm.
you know, uh, those little things along the way. And I'd rather them do that than fall off the wagon completely by going hard but getting it off, uh,
Yeah.
getting rid of the debt quicker. So if this
Yeah.
completes the mission with a higher likely chance, that's better for me
No,
because
I was just gonna say, so here's the thing is last time that I talked to you, you said
yeah,
in a year I should have it all paid off. I'm still
yes,
on track to have it all paid off in a year. Um,
the income bump played a big part.
yeah, the income up helps. And then my wife, like we like to go out to eat once a week. It's just kind of a thing we do. I know we probably shouldn't because yeah, we do have debt, but I
Mhm.
don't necessarily think we have terrible debt. We
Is
have
her
five
what's
point.
her income situation?
So my wife currently she doesn't work.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember last time we talked, but she wanted to go back to school to finish her program, and we're actually cash
Yeah,
flowing it. She didn't take out any student loans for that.
that's sick.
Yeah, so we cash flowed it, but she still does have student loans, but they're at 3.73%, and we don't have to pay on them until middle of next year.
Yeah, and then I'd probably minimum monthly payment till those are paid off. Now I do
Yeah.
see looks like the building blocks of an emergency fund and your SoFi, which is great, of 4,738.
So that's another one. You got to look at the updated screenshot. I don't know if they printed it out.
Is it this one, the
Um,
6,194?
yep, 6,194.
Very good. Okay, so that's good. Why not take some of that and just pay off the what was the wife's car sitting at? It was like 3,000, right? 4,000?
2,979.
Yeah, why not just pay that off?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I could.
Honestly,
I
I
really,
would.
I would like to hear your opinion on it.
So with where the rate is, it's not the most aggressively bad rate. It's under 5%. But if we're thinking just mathematically with depreciation, car insurance, gas, what it's doing to our monthly budget, I would just rather get rid of it because having a less risk car with essentially just means no leverage in your situation is like could be just a nice weight off your chest. And then you just start stacking up that money in the savings. You have a 10 month, or you have a 6 month emergency fund, and then you
Yeah,
continue to invest.
but you said car insurance and gas. That I'm going to have that regardless of if it's paid off or not.
Yes,
You know
but
what I
with a
mean?
minimum monthly payment on your car, it's another bill added to that on a monthly basis.
That
So if
makes
you're
yeah.
taking into account depreciation, maintenance, car insurance, all that stuff, it's just like the 5% rate alone is not the only thing at play here. So I'd personally
Mhm.
wipe it off. It's also, I will add a caveat, not the end of the world if you don't, in my opinion. Like,
See, that was my thing too. Is like I'm targeting a year, and if I can build up, like my goal is to have a $10,000 emergency fund in that SoFi. So if I can build up a $10,000 emergency fund and pay off the car and have that both
yeah,
done within a year,
is ten
personally, that's
thousand
just
dollars enough for you guys to survive for 6 months?
So my monthly like my monthly bills are really not a lot. I only pay $500 a month in rent now. I
Wow,
moved into
they went
my
down from 1366.
Yeah, I moved into my parents' house because they moved to
Oh,
Colorado
what
and they
about your
didn't
wife?
want to sell
Oh,
their
wow.
house. Yeah,
Okay.
so we live in my parents' house now, so we pay $500 a month in rent. We have to maintain their land, which is like 60 acres of land, but it's like whatever. Um,
Yeah, that's
Trying to
awesome,
think.
dude.
Yeah,
No, that's incredible. So we've brought up the income and we've lowered our expenses. So yeah, $10,000 would be
yes.
great. Plus, again, honestly, you lower the monthly bills with no car payment, and then the amount needed for an emergency fund is also less. So I
Yeah.
always, the smallest emergency fund I would ever have is $10,000 for a normal
Yeah.
person. So
I actually had written out what my monthly expenses were, because I
yeah,
did make a budget for myself, but I guess
sure.
I didn't print it out because I've got like some printed out notes here, but I guess I didn't put it on here. But I think my monthly expenses altogether is only like $1,800 or something like that.
Wow, that's incredible.
So I know that times six is still, it's more than 10,000. 18 times six is like
Yay.
what? It's like $10,800.
Sure.
But I mean, I'm targeting 10,000 just because it's a nice round 5-digit number. I could do 11,000. It
I
really doesn't
would,
matter.
well, you said $1,800 a month?
That's my monthly expenses.
Yeah, I mean, I would just round to 11,000.
Okay,
I really
that works
would.
for me.
I do see 1,297 in a Fidelity account. What do we
Yeah,
got
that's
going
all.
on
That's
here?
all in
Fidelity
S&P
500.
500. Yeah,
Yep. Okay. And then your thrift savings plan.
yeah, that's from the military.
Yep. 15,000. Right.
Yeah, that's a retirement plan.
You're 27. Yeah, you're going to be playing some catch up a little bit. I mean,
Yeah,
trust
I'm
me,
aware
compared
of
to a
that.
lot of other 27-year-olds, you're doing great right now at this, but we don't just, compare ourselves to the average and then say, oh, because everyone else sucks, we can not do great.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
like,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. So we'll play some catch up, but the fact that you've gotten rid of so much debt is incredible. You look at your checking account, an amazing end of balance of $2,983 compared to last time. In fact, again, I'd throw $1,000 of that at the car. I
Yeah.
know that we've had a couple updated statements, so maybe there's some
Yeah.
updated balance there as
It's
well.
at 1595 right now.
Okay, there you
So
go.
yeah, I try to keep it above 1,000.
Oh, a couple subscriptions, Spotify, Starbucks, and then mostly just bills though. So
Yeah.
wow. Okay. Cool. So interesting. This is a major update. This is some big progress, and I'm super happy to see it. Um,
I'm doing
it's
what
so
I
cool.
can, brother.
And you were one of our first recordings at the house I live in now when we filmed out of
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it's cool to see that you've made so much progress. Um, so do you think that the conversation of financial audit when you were on it, do you think that lit a fire under your butt? Do you think that helped you?
I don't think it did at first, honestly, because
Really?
after I left y'all show, I kind of did still fuck around for a couple months.
Why?
Just because I'm an idiot. I don't know.
Why did you not
Yeah.
listen to me immediately? What was
I
it
mean,
that just
I
like
probably
didn't
should
work?
have. It was more of like I did it, and then I saw the video go up, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of embarrassed, just
Mm.
watching it back, and I was like, you know what, like f- this, I'm just gonna put this all out of my mind. I just went and did whatever I wanted
Uh,
for a couple months, man, and then uh, probably around like November, December ish, I was like, you know what, dude, we're about to start a new year. Get your shit together,
okay.
and let's just do this right this time. So that's kind of
Yeah.
what I've been doing now. I probably would be farther along if I hadn't just f***ed around for a couple more months, but it is what it is.
Yeah. No, for sure. As you started to change your life and got back on track towards the beginning of the new year, did the conversation we have, was that beneficial for you and your
Yes.
overall progress? Okay, good. In
Yes.
what you were
And
doing.
another thing that was beneficial is people that I know reaching out to me and being like, hey, dude, I saw that video. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? I was like, I don't know, man.
I'm still glad that you got that fire into your ass once, a milestone kind of hit like a new year.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. I put the strict plan in place to show you what it can look like on the other side. And what matters in the end is you actually getting to the other side, and you have. And I'm super proud of you for that. Final question from me, then I'll let you close it out with anything you have. Would you recommend other people come on financial audit?
Oh, yeah. I've actually told two people that I know personally that I could recommend them to be on if they ever wanted to be, because I know I've got that line to y'all. But yes, I would recommend people go on.
Wonderful. All right. You have any closing thoughts or questions, Joey?
I guess one quick thing before we get off, but I mean,
Sure.
so I don't know. Is there is there a plan, or is there a chance that I could ever go back out to Austin and film another follow-up episode with y'all, or is this just kind of it, or what are we doing now?
We're trying to figure out the best way to do follow-ups. So when we filmed a couple follow-ups, because there's a lot less, they're shorter and it's kind of hard to put them in the slate of a channel that requires certain video lengths in order for it to just work in the platform and what the audience is looking for based on what they're watching. And it's my responsibility essentially to, pay attention to the audience because they're our employers, really. So it's interesting. So this is our attempted solution at trying to let the audience know what's up and also connect me with the people that have been on the show on a direct one-to-one call and make sure that they're still doing well and that we can answer any questions. So
Sick.
a specific answer is I do not know, and I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
But as we continue to figure out the process, which is always evolving on a day-to-day basis, we will definitely let you know.
Sick, dude. Yeah, and I was just gonna say, if there's ever an opportunity to go back out there and film something else, I'm down. So
I can't, man. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Beautiful, man. Well, again, we're all super proud of you, and let's definitely keep in touch. If you need anything at all, just as we said last time, we have a bigger team. I know that it's not always instant responses, but you have questions, you want to be connected to resources, you don't hesitate to reach out to our team, and we will attempt to get back to you in a timely manner and help anywhere we can. But we do rely on you to reach out to us.
Yeah. I'm not going to rely on y'all to reach out to me because y'all have like a billion people. So yeah, I got it.
Cool. All right, man. Well, have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you completely debt-free and having a fully funded an emergency fund soon.
Sounds good. Appreciate it, Caleb. I'll let y'all know whenever I'm out of it. So
sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Cool. Thanks, man.